Okay, tennis fanatics, here's part 3 of our series of preparing and playing on grass. So in the last video, we talked about forearm strength and that being super important and things that you can do to improve that strength and prepare for the stresses that are gonna happen when you play on grass. So now let's talk about those legs. So the first thing you want, remember, you have to be able to get down low to the ball because the ball is gonna bounce much lower on grass. So what do you need to do? First of all, you've got to have good mobility. So making sure that those hips are opened up. So whether that be working on your hip flexibility and trunk range of motion, opening up that hip and making sure you can get down low enough to the ball. So that is going to be the first thing. And then when I was on the tour, the players used to always come in and say, I have grassy ass because their butts would get so fatigued because it's like they're doing squats all throughout their match, and if their glutes are not conditioned, and even if they are, they get sore. So making sure that you stretch out those glutes, whether it's when you're sitting and you're pulling in and you're really stretching that, or various movements like pigeon pose, or various different hip stretches that you can do on the ground or just in between your matches, making sure that you have really good hip mobility. Then the last thing is strength. So one that I really love is just working on a single leg, being able to get low, and working on the strength of those legs and mobility of your calves. And then lastly, I like to use a slide board, but you can really use a towel or anything. And then you're gonna move that slide board to condition yourself to be able to handle a quick slide or movement, all right? So that's how you're gonna keep your legs and your back feeling good and strong if you play on clay.